Alright, so Money in the Bank is this Sunday, and I'm in here, obviously, of course, with my WWE Money in the Bank 2013 pay-per-view predictions and preview, giving you guys my own thoughts and opinions on who I want to win personally going in for the show. And of course, I always look forward into Money in the Bank, one of my favorite pay-per-views, and it almost can seem like it is one of those big four pay-per-views, but obviously it isn't. And it is that really much more exciting, and makes it for an unpredictable night, of course. So with this one, I am going to start things off with the kickoff pre-show match, whatever the fuck you want to call it, and whatever the hell WWE is calling it, but they're calling it the kickoff now, which is weird. I don't really get it, but that's just me. Anyway, we're starting things off with the Tag Team Championships on the line. We got Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, The Shield going up against the Usos, and with this match, I do agree that this should be on the main show. It should actually kick off the show, honestly, if you were to ask me about it. So with this one, I'm still going to watch it either way, and I'd like to see how, the Money in the Bank pay-per-view is going to be set up, and how the other pay-per-views are going to be set up before the show, like what the Tron is going to be looking like and everything. I just like that whole thing, and with the whole thing that they're having right now, and having like in a way, kind of like in the hot seat thing, where all the superstars give their own thoughts on what's going to be happening and everything. So, that I don't mind that much, and actually it makes it seem more exciting and worth the watch to me. So, it really isn't all that bad, but with this type of match, it really should be on the main card. So with this one, I really wouldn't be all that pissed off either on who wins. I think it's really great that the Usos are getting more TV time, and they really do deserve it. They've been through a lot too earlier this year, and with the DIY and everything for one of the Usos. So now being able to be #1 contenders and maybe champions by the end of the night would be actually really damn cool. So I am split between two of the tag teams there, but I really think the Shield is going to win and be able to retain at Money in the Bank. Maybe have the Usos win at SummerSlam. I think that would be fine too, but the Shield are actually going to be my main pick, so that's why I'm going to leave it out there. Then to get this out of the way, we got the Divas Championship on the line between AJ Lee and Caitlyn, and I like where this feud is going. I haven't really minded all that much anyway, and with AJ Lee and Caitlyn, almost reminded me of Mickie James and Michelle McCool and how their feud was, and it has that sort of similarity between it. So that's another reason why I do enjoy these two, and ever since Payback, AJ Lee has been messing around with Caitlyn and trying to have this whole secret admirer thing basically be a work in a way, where it has been AJ all along. There wasn't Biggie Langston at that time. So with this one, I'm pretty sure AJ Lee will get to retain the Divas Championship and still be Divas Champion by the end of the night for Sunday. So that's who I'm going to go with there. Then we got The Miz and as well the Intercontinental Champion Curtis Axel going at it one-on-one. Basically, ever since Payback, these two have gotten in each other's way, basically going at it back and forth at times, sometimes, from what I remember. And now these two are actually looking to square each other off in singles action. So of course I don't think The Miz is going to win. I really don't care for The Miz as a babyface. I think he should be going in for the main event and be the cocky, arrogant heel that The Miz used to be, and I think he's better a lot too as a heel personally. That's just me and how I feel about The Miz. So I do think he does deserve a lot more. So Curtis Axel, I think he's going to get the win. I really like him as IC champion, so there's my pick when it comes to that. Next match, we got Chris Jericho and Ryback. Now with this one, I don't really care about it all that much, but I do think it should be a good match because, of course, Chris Jericho, and when you have him in the ring with anybody, he can make anybody look that damn good. So with this one, I really don't like what WWE is doing with Ryback and being basically a cryback according to Chris Jericho, as he's called now. So I don't really like how he's just like getting his way out of matches. I really don't like that type of heel that WWE normally has. So I feel like they could have done a lot more better with Ryback and have him how he was as a heel the first time, and still had the gimmick when he was a face, and just taking about how he would really just take out anybody, and whoever was in his way, he wasn't gonna let them be in his way and just demolish them and destroy them practically. I think WWE could have done wonders with Ryback, but now I really don't know what's going to be happening with him, and since he hasn't been winning that much at all and hasn't been doing shit on pay-per-views, but losing kind of really does hurt him a lot too on pay-per-views. So I would expect Ryback to get a win here. I'm sure Chris Jericho will probably put him over if Chris Jericho does win, which I would like to see too just as much. Then we'll see what happens with that. So I'm pretty sure Ryback will somehow get a win, and I wouldn't be surprised about that whatsoever. And getting into one of the Money in the Bank ladder matches here. And this one is to determine the #1 contenders match for, well, the #1 contenders match and to determine who would be #1 contender for the World Heavyweight title. And if you notice with this one, this has to do with all heels here. We got Wade Barrett, Cody Rhodes, Damian Sandow, Dean Ambrose, Fandango, Jack Swagger, and Antonio Cesaro, all great guys here looking to go at it. And it's actually really interesting how it's all heels. So I'm not too sure if there's going to be maybe some face turns probably. I would seem to think so. That would probably happen. But as for who I want to win, I think Wade Barrett would be one of those guys to maybe win it. He's one of my main picks. He was supposed to be in it last year, but he was injured. Cody Rhodes, definitely. I think he has high potential of probably even winning this match. And he wasn't really doing that whole much of anything this year, so I would like to see him maybe be somewhat in the main event, and I think he could be a world champion someday. Damian Sandow, I've grown into liking him a lot more, so I think that would be pretty cool, and probably have Damian Sandow and Cody Rhodes probably work with one another for a little while, and then probably just go head to head for the rest of the match, so I can see that happening. Dean Ambrose is definitely one of the top guys that I would definitely love to see, and have the Shield to get another win, kind of like what happened, how they won the championships all in one night, basically the last time. So that would be actually pretty damn cool. So definitely Dean Ambrose is one of the guys to actually be on my Fave 5, if you will. So that would be really cool. Fandango, I haven't really been high on him lately, and I think the whole Fandangoing has basically died out and everything. So either turn a guy face, I would rather much see that. The only thing I really care about Fandango nowadays is Summer Rae. Sorry, she's just really damn fine, so I can't really help that. You know, either have a different approach for Fandango, have a gimmick change maybe, or a face turn. I think that would be fine. Jack Swagger, he's won Money in the Bank before, so he probably won't be winning it this time, since things have been really going a lot for him lately. Him as well with the DIY change up and everything, with all that stuff happening for him, so he's been going through with that. So I don't really exactly see him winning it. If he does win it somehow, that'll be, I guess, pretty cool. So he'll be a 2-time Money in the Bank winner for himself. And Antonio Cesaro, I think that would be really cool. I'm still debatable about him and Jack Swagger being a tag team. I do somewhat like it, and it's still growing on me at the moment. So I think Antonio Cesaro would be #1 contender. That would be really dope as hell. But that's just me. So my main pick probably will have to be Dean Ambrose in this one. But, you know, like I said, either Dean Ambrose, Cody Rhodes, Wade Barrett, and Antonio Cesaro are my main picks there for that one, at least for that Money in the Bank. Now we get into the All-Stars one, where I'm looking really forward to this one the most. We have Kane, Randy Orton, RVD, the returning Rob Van Dam, which is really dope. We got CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, Christian, and as well Sheamus. And I actually thought Sheamus would be in the world title one, since he has more history with some of the guys there, like Damian Sandow and everything. But, you know, it is what it is when it comes to that. So my main 2 picks really comes down to Daniel Bryan, since he's been massively over as of late, and trying to show that he really isn't the weakest link, and I really like that whole thing. So, and there has been rumors about him and John Cena going at it at SummerSlam, which I would really love to see, and I think Daniel Bryan does deserve that chance to be champion, so he can really be a great champion, I think, personally. Same thing with Christian. He has never won the championship for the WWE title side, so I think he can actually really prove this time that he can actually have the trust in the WWE. If you've seen his stuff in TNA, then you know what I'm talking about there. If CM Punk doesn't win it, he has won Money in the Bank before, so he's no stranger to that. Of course, obviously, that would be fine with me. If RVD wins it, you know, I wouldn't be against that either. To me, I am looking forward to RVD and his return, so this would be really great. He's going to do really well there, so we'll have to see how that's going to turn out. Randy Orton, he can win it at any time, but I don't think he's ever won a Money in the Bank ladder match, so this will be his first time if he does indeed win it, but I don't really see that happening. Kane would be actually pretty cool, even though he as well can win it at any time, and I would like to see him win the championship one more time before he retires and calls it quits. So there you have it, my main two picks basically, like I stated before, is Daniel Bryan and Christian there. So that's it when it comes to that one. Then getting into the World Heavyweight Championship matchup where we have Alberto Del Rio and as well Dolph Ziggler. And Dolph Ziggler looking to get retribution off of Alberto Del Rio, just really kicking the shit out of him last time, and that made me really nervous on having Alberto Del Rio do that, and I don't like how he's been doing that lately too as well. With the double heel, not the double heel turn, but the double turn out of these guys, with Dolph Ziggler is now the face and Alberto Del Rio is the heel. So with this one, I actually am liking Dolph Ziggler more as a baby face, and Alberto Del Rio plays a better heel. Now that I think about it a lot more, so I hope it does stay for a while and to see how it's going to go throughout the year. I would love for Dolph Ziggler to actually win the world title back, especially what happened to him at the last pay-per-view. In a way, I am split between the middle. I really want to see Dolph Ziggler win it more, but I'm pretty sure Alberto Del Rio will probably retain the world title. We'll probably see this match continue into SummerSlam, so I would probably have to go with Alberto Del Rio on this one, as much as I want to see Dolph Ziggler get the win there. So there you have it with that. So overall, Alberto Del Rio will most likely be my main pick there, but of course my opinions can change. Now we get into the main event. We have the WWE title, we have Mark Henry and as well John Cena for the championship. And with this one, of course, Mark Henry was supposed to be quote-unquote retiring, and he just put on a stellar performance not too long ago and had me to believe that he was retiring. At the moment, I thought he was, but he basically trolled us big time on that, which was really awesome. I really would like to see Mark Henry win the championship, and at least before he does retire. So with this one, I always been a fan with Mark Henry. I haven't really jumped on the bandwagon or anything with him. I always enjoyed him throughout the years, so I've been watching him for a long time and everything. So I'm pretty sure John Cena will probably get the win and maybe have Mark Henry win at SummerSlam. Maybe we'll see what happens there, but of course, going back to Daniel Bryan and John Cena, I don't know what's going to be happening with them up until SummerSlam, but anything can happen, of course, so you can't really tell exactly what are the plans after that. I'm probably going to have to go with John Cena just on this one, and I would like to see Mark Henry win it sometime during the summer for the championship and everything, and then see where he can go off from there. So anyway, that about does it for my own predictions, picks, and everything like that. With your own picks and predictions, leave them down below in the comment box. Go follow me on Twitter. I will be doing my coverage there on Sunday, and as well my review too for the Money in the Bank pay-per-view as well. So hopefully you guys enjoy the pay-per-view. What are your own thoughts and opinions? Who do you want to win? And until then, I'll catch you guys on Sunday. Have a great rest of your day. See ya.